Nikolai Gogol survives deadly supernatural attacks in the haunted village of Dikanka, but mentally he is no longer the same man. Gogol is still haunted by disturbing visions and blackouts that connect him to dark forces surrounding the mysterious murders happening in the village. Even though he works as a writer and investigator, people around him slowly begin fearing him because strange things happen whenever he falls into his trance-like episodes. The atmosphere of Dikanka feels cursed from the start, with endless fog, dark forests, abandoned roads, and frightened villagers who believe evil spirits roam freely after sunset. Gogol continues investigating the Black Rider murders alongside the brave investigator Gogol Viy, but the deeper they search, the more terrifying the truth becomes. Young women continue dying under mysterious circumstances, and every clue points toward ancient witchcraft connected to forgotten legends. At the same time, Gogol develops feelings for Eliza, a young woman living in the village, but their relationship feels doomed because danger constantly surrounds them. During one of Gogol's visions, he sees horrifying images of dead bodies, demons, and an ancient monster called Viy, a terrifying creature from Slavic folklore whose gaze can destroy souls. Gogol becomes obsessed with understanding whether these visions are warnings from God or signs that evil itself is slowly possessing him. The story grows darker when villagers begin accusing innocent women of witchcraft after several supernatural attacks occur near the church. Fear spreads everywhere, and people become desperate for protection from the evil haunting Dikanka. A powerful witch hunter named Koma Brute is called to help defeat the darkness, but even he seems afraid after hearing the name of Viy. The movie carefully mixes detective mystery with supernatural horror, making viewers constantly question what is real and what exists only inside Gogol's troubled mind. Every scene feels heavy. The more answers he discovers, the more he understands that surviving the nightmare may cost him his own soul. /n/nas The investigation continues. Gogol and his companions travel deeper into hidden secrets buried beneath Dikanka. Strange disappearances begin increasing, and villagers lock themselves inside their homes every night while praying for protection from dark spirits. Gogol's visions become stronger and more violent, showing him flashes of the future mixed with memories of dead people. These supernatural abilities help him solve clues but also slowly destroy his mental stability. Gogol Viy tries to protect Gogol like a father figure, but even he struggles to understand whether Gogol is gifted or cursed. The movie spends a lot of time building fear through atmosphere rather than simple jump scares. Forests seem alive, shadows move without explanation, and churches no longer feel safe from evil. During one terrifying sequence, Gogol and Koma visit an abandoned house connected to a suspected witch. Inside they discover horrifying rituals, ancient symbols written in blood, and signs that dark forces are gathering strength. Koma explains the legend of Viy, an ancient demonic being whose deadly gaze can reveal hidden souls and destroy anyone standing before him. According to legend, witches serve Viy in exchange for power, and once he awakens fully, death spreads across the land. Gogol slowly starts suspecting that the Black Rider murders are sacrifices meant to summon Viy into the human world. At the same time, emotional tension grows between Gogol and Liza because she fears the darkness consuming him. Gogol desperately wants a normal life with her, but every vision pushes him further away from humanity. One night the village experiences a horrifying supernatural attack where demons and spirits surround homes while villagers scream in terror. The church bells ring constantly as priests attempt to protect people through prayer, but evil continues growing strong. When Gogol and his allies discover the true identity of the witch manipulating events behind the murders, the revelation feels tragic because the villain is deeply connected to the people Gogol trusted most. Through visions and hidden evidence, Gogol learns that the killings were part of a ritual designed to fully awaken Viy and open a gateway between the living world and the realm of demons. Ancient underground tunnels beneath Dikanka become the center of the final investigation, and the atmosphere turns completely nightmarish. The deeper the characters travel underground, the more reality itself begins changing around them. Walls appear covered in moving shadows, whispers echo through darkness, and dead bodies seem to stare directly at them. Koma prepares a powerful ritual of protection using ancient prayers and sacred circles, warning everyone never to look directly into Viy's eyes if the creature appears. Gogol struggles with terrifying inner conflict because he realizes his visions may be connected to Viy himself. Part of him fears he was chosen by evil long before arriving in Dikanka. During an intense confrontation, supernatural forces attack the group inside an abandoned church where one of the murdered girls lies possessed by dark energy. The sequence becomes chaotic and horrifying as spirits rise from graves, candles extinguish themselves, and demonic creatures crawl through shadows. Gogol tries desperately to save Liza while also helping Koma stop the ritual before Viy fully enters the world. Eventually the terrifying creature is summoned, and the movie finally reveals Viy in all his monstrous form. Massive, ancient, and horrifying, Viy appears less like a normal demon and more like an unstoppable force of darkness. His servants lift his heavy eyelids so he can unleash his deadly gaze upon the living. The scenes become filled with panic as characters die trying to escape the monster's power. Gogol nearly loses himself completely while confronting the evil connected to his visions. Instead of simply fighting physically, he must battle fear, temptation, and the darkness growing inside him. The emotional weight becomes stronger because Gogol understands that evil survives by feeding on fear and despair. Even the bravest characters begin breaking under the horror surrounding them /n/n. In the final part of the movie, Gogol finally accepts that his strange visions are not just a curse but also the only weapon capable of stopping Viy's return. Koma sacrifices himself during the battle against the demonic forces, giving Gogol enough time to complete the ritual needed to seal the gateway between worlds. The climax feels tragic, emotional, and terrifying at the same time because several characters die while trying to protect Dikanka from destruction. Liza becomes trapped in the middle of the supernatural chaos, and Gogol risks his own soul trying to save her from the darkness surrounding Viy. The final confrontation is less about physical strength and more about confronting inner fear and resisting corruption. Gogol uses his visions to expose hidden truths and weaken the witch controlling the ritual, finally breaking the connection between Viy and the human world. As the gateway begins collapsing, the underground tunnels shake violently while spirits scream and disappear into darkness. Gogol and the surviving villagers barely escape before everything collapses beneath Dikanka. By morning the village appears peaceful again, but nothing truly feels normal after everything they witnessed. Gogol survives, yet he is emotionally scarred by the horrors he experienced and the people he lost. The ending leaves viewers with an uneasy feeling because traces of evil still seem to exist around him, suggesting darkness can never fully disappear. What makes Gogol Viy so interesting is how it combines supernatural horror with mystery, folklore, and psychological tension instead.